There's a video of the Rebbe in the middle of the davening. The Rebbe is by the Amu, the Rebbe is Chazen, and we know the Rebbe, everything the Rebbe does is Kaddish or Torah. There's no Safik, there's no Shaila. The Rebbe by a Safik, by me is a Vadai. The Rebbe stops in the middle of davening, the Rebbe is Chazen, turns to the Rebbe label, Allah Shalom. And between the Rebbe and the Rebbe's place, there's a small shtickle swimming pool over there. A little spot with another bima, the Kitzur Shulchan bima and the Sicha bima, another bima over there. And there was a bag on the floor, and the Rebbe told the label. The Rebbe pointed to the bag. The Rebbe motioned to him that there's a bag on the floor, and I'm not sure exactly what happened over there, but it's mashma that the Rebbe label. It's a bag, whatever. And in the video, the Rebbe picks up his voice, and the Rebbe says in Yiddish, Rashi's Vater hat gereinigt beis Medrash mit sein eigene Bord, mit sein eigene Bord. The Rashi's father, he used to clean the beis Medrash with his own beard. And all of a sudden, everybody came running to pick up the bag. Kitzur, the Nekuda here is that we know the Rebbe bends down, the Rebbe comes, he picks up your cigarette butt, your tissue that fell on the floor, and you said, oh, I have a tissue, that the Rebbe bent down to pick up my tissue. The Indian of Kedusha's base הכנסת, Kedusha's base Madrish, and the Kudus, the Rebbe gave out Chaf Marchesh, Tavshanum Beis, the whole idea of Beis Tarabbeinu Shebabavel. The Rebbe's shul, Mikdash Ma'at, Beis HaMikdash Shchina is in Be'ikr in 770 and in all shows and all about the Knesset about the Midrash. And סימן Yud Gimel Kitzur Shulchan Aruch Din Kedusha's Beis HaKnesset ובית המדרש the dinim of the Kedusha Beis HaKnesset Beis HaMedrsh ובית Sifim and in it there's 5 Sifim. All of Kedusha's Beis HaKnesset so Beis HaMedrsh Gedolim by the Kedusha of Beis HaKnesset and Beis HaMedrsh are very, very great. Muzharin alayem lira. You have to be careful to have a year of fear of the shul mimi. Shahu sheikhin b'hanis baruch. The person that is sheikhin in the shul, which is who the Eibishter. There's no time for playing around in the shul or in the base madrsh. The Kitzur, it says in the pasuk Mikdash Tיראו, you should have fear from the Eibishter's mikdash. But all shuls, all base madrishes are called a mikdash. Like it says, like the Rebbe brings down this pasuk tons of times in the Sicha, Befrat and the Sicha of Beis Rabbeinu Shebabavel. That the Eibishter, it says that the shuls are the Mikdash Ma'at. These are the shuls, the Batik Nesis, the Batik Midrashis. Like it's moved in the Gemara and other places. And therefore, לדבר בהם דברים בטלים. You're not allowed to say דברים בטלים in the shul. You're not allowed to say דברים בטלים in the shul, and there's no psharis. There's no, if you have something that's not negiyah to say in shul, go outside, say it somewhere else. You're not allowed to make your business deals. You're not allowed to make your cheshbonot in the shul. Only cheshbonot that are connected to tzedakah, something which is a davar shebekdusha, you're allowed to do in the shul. You have to have kavod, respect the shul, clean the shul, make sure that the shul is clean. The way the Eibishter's house should be, the right way it should be. Madlikin b'hem neiros l'chavod, and you have to light in the shul, neiros, candles, l'chavod, there should be lit up the shul. You know the Baal Shem Tov shul, Baal Shem Tov always had this idea that there should be a lot of neiros, lichtigkeit. Lennashek b'hem banu of aktanim, you shouldn't kiss your little children in shul. Shein roi lahari shom ahavu acheret zulas ahavas Hashem yisborich. You're not allowed to kiss your small children in shul. It's a clear halacha. A parent is not allowed to kiss his little children in shul. He shouldn't show another ahava. There's no other ahava that he has besides the ahava that he has to the Eibishter in shul. So if he kisses his child, he's showing another ahava to something else in shul. Halacha beis kodim, before a person comes into shul, he should clean his shoes. Not only on the shoes, also on the clothes. A person that has to spit in shul in the lane or whatever it may be, he's allowed to, but he has to rub it right away, the shafshif, to cover it right after he spits. Agav, on Shabbos, there's also this idea of you're allowed to spit, but you're not allowed to shafshif, you're not allowed to rub your foot, but you're allowed to only cover it. Lehevi Yedua, that on Shabbos you're not allowed to rub the spit, you're only allowed to cover it. Why? Because he brings down that the floors used to be in a oifen of mashva gumbos. You might be straightening out something because the floor was made out of dirt in kind of mucking, but regular weekday you meshavshef, you rub it, and on Shabbos you could just cover with your foot. In the shul, on the floor there's a straw or another thing that absorbs the spit. It's not directly on the floor of the shul, so he says it's fine if you spit in that and you don't have to rub it. Somebody has to come into shul. He's saying over here that you shouldn't come into shul because it's raining outside. It's hot outside. There's good air conditioning, so you want to get some cool air, or you want to watch yourself from the rain, or you have your friend is in the shul. You want to call your friend, or whatever it may be. So what's the Eitz Taiva? How do you get around? How do you do this? So he says over there, you should come into shul. You should read a few psukim, say a pasuk in Torah, say something, whatever it may be. Or a davening, or if he's not saying anything, you could listen to a shir. Or he says at least sit down in the shul. Don't just run through or call somebody or get some fresh air. Sit down in the shul, and the yeshiva itself is good enough. He doesn't bring down here the idea of making a kapandaria, cutting through the shul. Sometimes in shuls there's two doors, and you want to cut through the doors in the shuls, so it's also asur. He doesn't bring it down befedish over here, but it's to have you do it, that it should be known that it's also to make a shul a shortcut, and the only way you could make a shul a shortcut would be in the same eitz over here that he brings down. If you read a pasuk, or you hear a shir, or if you even sit down, or you say something, and Hashemaisis Mikdashchem, there's the idea that it brings down in the Gemara Megillah Daf Chav Tes Amud Aleph, the whole idea of kapandaria. Be careful in Chavod the basicנסת. Allah Daud also person is not allowed to eat or sleep in a shul, even if it's a shinas aray or achilas aray. No eating, no sleeping, even for a little bit in shul. That's what it says in the halacha. If it is a tzedek mitzvah, Lil Kippur by night, person's in shul, so he is allowed to sleep in shul. But he should not sleep right keneged or next to the Aron Kodesh. Sleep somewhere further away in shul than the Aron Kodesh. Or yishin bebeit הכנסת shel nashim yimein sham nashim, or he could sleep in the Ezras nashim if there is no nashim in the ladies section. So first, the beginning of Allah says asur, asur, asur. Then he says the tzedek mitzvah is allowed to sleep, and also the tzedek mitzvah. Now he's going to say that you're allowed to eat in shul, but al tanai that there's no kalostration, there's no shichrus involved in this su'udas mitzvah. Su'udah she'in ba shichrus v'lei kalostration mutar. These two tanoim. You can't come and say l'chayim by your ufruf and sound like a rufruf, like a dog. Ufruf is not a rufruf. Whatever it may be, a sudas mitzvah, bris, anything which is connected to a sudas mitzvah, you're allowed to, but as long as there's no kalosreish and shichrus. Or, which is also this idea of tzedek mitzvah, people that have a kvius, sitting and learning, tamimim, which sit and learn in shul the whole day. And here we have the green light, the bachim, to sleep in shul on the benches. You don't want to be mavat yourself in the Torah, so you have this idea of eating and sleeping in the makim Torah that you're learning. This idea of not being mavat in the Torah. Allah, hey, shebein was הכנסת zari lahira as tamid chacham eich ve'eze inyan livnoisi. when a person builds a shul, it has to get a raw. He has to bring it over to a rav, and exactly pratim how to build a shul. And Agav, he also doesn't bring it here, but a shul has to be the biggest building in town, and kind of walk him to be measure that man darf marchiv sein the Rebbe's basic class up rotzen from the Rebbe. Man darf verlegen the seichel auf Zeit. They put the seichel on the side like it says in Ayim Yem. The seichel is kalt and trocken, and man darf ton mais wicked. The Rebbe made his the Rebbe's rotzen so oifton werden. Yeah, but speaking about the idea of Kedusha basic classes, the Rebbe himself writes in the Sikhe in Beis Rabbinish Ababel through being marchiv the basic classes to be the mahid is been the basic mikdash ashlishi and take it from Yad Mamish Ken Yaakov Chaim Lebracha.